Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I want to be showing you guys how I achieve this fun little quirky look on my client. This set is actually from a while ago, this past summer I believe is when I did it. So yeah, I don't know, maybe that's information you wanted to know. But it's really fun. I know y'all gonna be worried about her length of her nails. It's her decision, her choice, her business, and nothing to do with you. If you don't like it, don't do it. In the end, you can argue in the comments about it, like I always say. That's great for the algorithm and interaction. Y'all can go back and forth amongst each other. Whatever y'all do, just remember it's actually really not your business. And that's what she wants. Anyway, so let's start by taking off the previous design row, filing it off, and I'm using, I believe this is this beauty bit from my Elegance, I think. So I use that to remove the previous design, and which I posted it months ago, I believe, that blue drippy flame design. So if you're interested in that, you're gonna have to go on my channel and scroll back a little bit, but it's for sure here. And you can check out that. She it's all blue, drips on one hand and blue flames on the other. So I am using the I believe this is a shaper bit from my Elegance as well, which is like a crosscut bit. Oh no, which bit is this? It's like, y'all, is this the cutie patootie from my Elegance? Look, that's what I'm telling you. I did this some months ago. So I believe this is the cutie patootie from my Elegance, if I'm not mistaken. I think I've just removed the blue part of it, so it's making me less familiar. So this is the itty bitty bit. This is what I know for sure. And I believe the previous one was the cutie patootie. And so I use those previous bits just to remove the product and take it really low as I could. And now I'm using this bit here to remove the cuticle from the nail plate. You see I'm using it very flush to the nail, very parallel to the nail. Then I'm going in with the buffy bit, and I'm just using that to remove any dead flaky skin I can get. Now my client, I have one or two more sets that are from months ago from this client. She, on her other hand, her right hand, she injured her ring fingernail while she was camping. And yeah, so I believe after the set after this, you'll see where we just don't do that nail, and you'll see right now that and maybe some clips you might see that it is injured. So she, like I said, she hurt it while camping. She was out, and yeah, so just to let you know, that's what's going on there. But all is well. She was okay. She's seen a doctor, everything like that. So boom. So I'm just continuing to remove the dead flaky skin from the eponychium and the live skin on the sidewalls. And I'm going in both directions, both forward and reverse, just trying to flake that skin off. And yeah, you see I'm working. And this is sped up. I'm always going to tell you guys it's sped up so it looks aggressive. And I'm using these bits at about 7,000 to 8,000 RPMs. All these ones that are on her natural nail, and this buffy bit, that cutie patootie, the itty bitty. If I was using the cross cut at any point, that would have been about 7,000 to 8,000 RPMs. The shaper bit, the speedy bit, or the mean green, I would use that at about 25,000 to 30,000 RPMs, but that's the one where you're taking off the design and you're not touching the natural nail. So now I'm going to be using my Elegance's Air Bond, and this is a primer that cures with the moisture literally in the air. The moisture it comes in contact with. This is the injured finger, just in case you're curious. That's what's going on. Like I said, that's a doctor handled situation. So I'm using Air Bond first, and I'll let that air dry. And then I'm using my Elegance's Tack. My Elegance's Tack needs to be cured in the LED light. So I like to use Air Bond just to make double sure, because any moisture that's around is going to use it for good instead of evil. It's going to use it to interact, to, like I said, to help it cure and be the actual primer, what it needs to do. So yeah. And I'm using my Elegance's Jimmy Gel. I believe this is an Ideal Pink, yes. And I'm just polishing. Essentially, I'm just polishing this on. Nice and cute. Very easy. So I am going from the cuticle to the free edge and polishing it. And then I'm picking up a bigger bead. I'm just going to float that on top. Just creating a cute little apex and whatnot. For her longer nails, I am going to be using Ideal Pink also. I believe this is Ideal Pink in, I think it's Builder. I think it's just agitated. That's why it's applying a little thinner, if I'm not mistaken. If it's not Builder, yeah, no, it's Builder. I see now. So I applied that slip layer. And what I find is, like, Elegance doesn't really advertise their Builder gel as doing this. Not to say it's wrong or anything like that. But a lot of gels just react to like the temperature. So I find if you kind of are working with it for a while and I feel like you kind of mix it a little, and I don't know if it's the heat and the fat, like not literally stir it, but just digging in. If I keep doing that for a set, the longer I do that, the more often I do it, the more loose I find that the builder becomes. And I like that. I honestly think, this is my opinion, if you're starting out with gel, hard gel, builder gel, whatever you want to call it, I suggest you go with like a medium viscosity. So if you're looking in the like Elegance range, I would say like cool gel or extreme gel. That would be my opinion. Just because a big benefit to using builder gel or hard gel, whatever you want to call it, is the fact that it does self-level. This gel doesn't really self-level. Like I said, if it's in certain conditions, when it seems like it's agitated, it kind of does a little more, but overall it doesn't. So my suggestion would be to start out with a more medium consistency of gel. If you get something too runny, again, in the Light Elegance line, I would say like 1 step or something like that. Yeah, 1 step really. I don't know if they make the manicure one or whatever it's called. Yeah, I believe that can also be more difficult to work with because you're going to have to chase it a little more. So medium viscosity where it does self-level, but it takes a little more time and you can, it's not super runny. I suggest that. And whatever brand that you're interested in, doesn't have to be like Elegance. But find out what the medium viscosity is in whichever brand that you're interested in. So you may have to, read description, ask the company or whatever, and they'll be able to tell you, because you want to ensure that self-leveling is really what makes it a gem. I know I'm repeating myself, but I just really want to make it clear. So you can see I'm applying a slip layer, and that's a thin layer we apply from cuticle to free edge. And then I'm taking a bigger bead. That first layer isn't cured in the light, it's still wet. We're taking that bigger bead and we're applying it to the nail on that slip layer. That slip layer, I always say, it peeps the scene. You tell it, it's, hey, we can go here, we can go here. We don't go here. We don't go on the skin. We don't go over there. And it kind of is like, you ever like drop like a food coloring in water and you see how it just like, you can see the drop and then it disperses, and soon, even if you don't mix it, the whole glass will become, red or something like that. That's kind of in essence what we're doing, is you're helping this bigger bead like disperse and know where it goes, because it's not, unless you spill the glass, the red is going to stay in there. You know what I mean? Hopefully. I don't know if that was a good analogy or not. Give me a thumbs up anyway. Yeah, let's do that. But yeah, so a slip layer is definitely, it's not, let me tell you, it's not a must, but why not? Why? It's going to make your job so much easier to do it. Trust me. So like I said, it's not a requirement. And depending on what I'm doing, sometimes I may not, depending on what I feel. But it really depends. Like I said, it depends on the situation, honestly. So I can't tell you that I do that often, but I can't tell you that I 100% never do that. So a slip layer technique, again, I definitely suggest and think that's the way to go when you're working with builder gel. So you can see, this is my second layer if you've been paying attention and haven't just only been hearing me talk. With these longer nails, because I have to build them up a little bit thicker because they need a higher apex because, of course, they're longer, much longer. I wanted to apply it in 2 layers, build it up in 2 layers. The reason is because the heat spike will be less. So a lot of heat spike is generally tied into how much product there is, and usually when you have less product, less of a heat spike there is. So if you can apply 2 to 3 layers of less product each time you put it in, you're gonna have less of a heat spike. Instead of applying one whole layer of thicker product, then you're gonna have a much greater heat spike, one that may be unbearable. So if you have to build something up thicker, especially if it's over the natural nail, which has feelings, you can feel it, go ahead and apply it in multiple layers, and that's going to help you out greatly. Also, there's other techniques to help with heat spikes, with like flash curing, putting your hand in the light for 4 to 5 seconds, taking it out, flipping it upside down so gravity will still work with your apex, because if you're using self-leveling gel, it of course self-level. So if you flip your hand over, and be conscious of how you're positioning it, you don't want it to the side, completely over. Hold it, 4 or 5 seconds till your heat spike goes down, then flip it back regular, put in the light, 4 or 5 seconds, and do this a couple times till the heat spike isn't so bad. This technique you can find in much more depth. Selena Ryden on her channel, she talks about it. I can tell you, I think she has a video about heat spikes, and she goes into great depth about that technique, and that's where I actually heard it from. Before, I would just kind of stick it in and pull it out, stick it in. Or what also helps is the LE light, and there's a lot of lamps on the market, but the LE lamp, the Elegance lamp, has a low heat mode as well, which also helps with the heat spike. So those things combined, you don't have to do that technique that I just previously mentioned, the one you could also like set your hand a little bit outside of the light where it's barely getting as much light, and then slowly inch towards closer in the light. Again, there's different techniques. And if you want to see them, look, plug right here. I'm doing in-person classes. I'm in the Dallas, Texas area. I'm doing them April through June. I still have a decent amount of availability, guys. So if you're interested, I have the link in the description bar. It's tabithascott.classes@gmail.com. Email me there. And it's $300 for 3 hours. $100 per hour after that, up to 6 hours. I'm not sitting here 8 hours. It's just too much for both of us. So maximum 6 hours. I will do 2 days back to back. So that means you can come in 2 days. It means that both 6-hour days for a total of 12 hours, and you will get a discount. So before I stated it's $100 per hour, but if you do the 2-day course, what I'll call a boot camp, it's $900. So just email me and we can talk about everything, all the details, pricing guide, any information you want, lodging. There's a kit option available. So yeah, go ahead and email me. Anyways, let's get to the actual design, back to that. So I'm using, I didn't get a picture of all the colors. Like I said, this was from some months ago, and I couldn't remember what I missed out on, but I think I mixed a color is what it was. So I have some Madame Glam colors. I have one color from Vetro. You're going to have to roll it back a little bit to see. And I believe this brush that I'm using is the orange brush from Wildflowers, like their medium striper, I believe. So I'm just drawing this deep French on these little shorties. Of course, I shaped off screen, and when I filed, I used, I believe, the shaper bit, which is similar to the crosscut bit from Outwood Industries, just in case you were curious. So that's what we did with filing and shaping. I don't like to hand buff ever. I think it's painful and pointless. So that's me. I like to use a crosscut style bit, which I think is perfect for double duty, for buffing, leaving that texture on the surface, so we ensure our design adheres to the nail well, has something to hold on to, and also literally shapes the surface of the nail so we don't have lumps and bumps. So I'm just using this color. Again, I'm drawing a French, and we're drawing a different color French on each nail. We're going in we're doing a monochromatic type thing, from a darker pinky red to like a brighter, lighter, very light, bright pink. And yeah, from what I recall, I mixed one of the colors. So I think I mixed one of the darker colors and like a medium color to make like the fourth color in the mix. The second from darkest color or something like that. So yeah, right here I'm trying to measure the Frenches. I wanted them, they're two different lengths of nails, but I wanted to make sure the French was kind of in the same spot basically. So I didn't want this French to be further down the nail just because the nail was longer. I wanted the nail bed part to be the same length, if that makes sense. So that's why I held them side by side and why I'm adjusting the actual French on these nails. So, I forgot to mention about the class. I know you don't probably hear about it, but it's just gel. There's no acrylic. Gel, Gel X, polygel. We can talk about YouTube things, taking photos, videos, pricing. Anything good I know you will learn. You can record the class. It's one-on-one, one person at a time, so just be wary of that. But yeah, so definitely email me if you want more info. So this is I just drew a simple deep French, went ahead and cured that. Then I'm just drawing a little line above that. And I didn't mention this design was my client's idea. She was inspired by like 2 or 3 different sets. If I remember, like I said, I did these months ago. But for sure they were her design. So now I'm taking a white and I think this is a tester white that I had, so it doesn't have a brand or anything like that. I always tell you, like, Elegance's perfect white is a great white. I've been liking the Magic Gel. The Magic Gel brand, I think it's a Canadian brand. Their white, I think it's number 65. It's like stuck in my, it's such a good white. So yeah, if you're interested. I don't have a discount code for Magic Gel. I do have one for Madam Glam. I believe it's just my name, Tabitha, but information will be in the description bar. So for this cloud part, you see I'm just drawing little clouds. It's just like different little humps. And then I'm taking a little eyeshadow brush. I have a pack on hand that I bought from like Amazon. And I keep it for like to burnish like chrome on, or for, to blend out situations like that. So I just keep them on deck for nail art purposes. And I'm just blending out the bottom of my little clouds just to make them look fluffy. And a part of me in retrospect kind of likes the clouds before I blend out the bottom. Or maybe I should have did mix, like some of them floofy and blended out and some of them not. What do you think? Go ahead and leave, what's our emoji? Leave a cloud or a cherry emoji, or leave one comment with a cloud emoji and then another one with the cherry emoji. That's gonna get the algorithm really percolating right there. So go ahead and do that. You don't even have to look. You don't have to come in person and take the class. I'm gonna give you guys a whole bunch of good information right here on YouTube. I have and will continue to do so, and you guys know what I need from you. Just a little thumbs up and some comments. You can start fake drama in the comments too if you want. I'm not gonna be part of it. That's your business. Whatever you want to do. But you can start good drama too. But that's all we need right here. But, that one-on-one is in person. It's in depth. It's the questions you wanted to ask, and I'm going to answer them. So, yeah. So, I'm going to stop shamelessly advertising on my own video. So, I'm just doing a second layer with these clouds after I went ahead and cured them. I just feel like they need to stand out a little more. And again, or maybe I should have used something else to blend it out. It just feels like it kind of got wild. I mean, I still think it comes across as like, hey, these are clouds. But I think they could have looked better. See what I'm saying? Maybe I should have left it just like this and maybe left it solid with the floofy underneath. I don't know. Tell me your opinion. Yeah, tell me what you think. Overall, I think they're good. I think they're cute. So now we're going with these cherry nails. And cherries are simple, honestly. I let them intimidate me once. in my life. I shall not again. Real simple. I'm taking a dotting tool. This is a dotting tool I think I got from Amazon many years ago or something like that. And I went ahead and cured that. These are cured. And then I'm taking white and I'm just drawing like a little light line, just a little reflection, little situation, just to make them look, you know, kind of wet and juicy. And then I'll go ahead and cure that. And I'm honestly kind of following the natural light line that I see from my lights on my nail desk. So just a little cheap move. And then on this other hand, I'm taking these lens flare looking glitters. And I believe I got these from Daily Charm, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if they're called lens flare on there. Maybe they are. I believe so. And they have glow ones too. I know they have those on Daily Charm. If you shop at Daily Charm, always, you can use the code Tabitha and the number 10. It's an unlimited discount code. You can use it today, tomorrow, the next day. You just can't combine it with any, other little offers. But you could just keep using it, and you always know you got 10% off. And if I always tell you, if they have a better sale and you still want one time to get her little, coins and tokens, if you shop from the link in my description bar, I'll still get my little credit, if you care. You don't have to do anything, of course, but why not? So I'm taking this green and I should have mixed it, but my client picked it, but maybe I should have offered her. I want it to be not so like bright is the word. Yeah, it's kind of bright and a little bit, it's like a neon pastel-y type green. At the same time, it's kind of coming across pastel, but also kind of neon. And I wish it wasn't, but it is. So you see the little stems, easy, the stem with the leaf, and you could probably do it way better, but this translates, this did the job. So I just do 2 little lines, have them meet up, and then draw a little bloop out for the leaf. And that's it. And you can go back in and add details with like darker lining or whatever you want to do. But yeah, so on this hand, I applied those little glitters. I just used some, I believe, clear top coat, or maybe I think I'm using the the Gel Bottle Inks rubber top coat, if I can talk. Or this is their clear builder. I'm not sure. Either way, I'm essentially encapsulating these glitters on top of this nail, just with, you see I'm building up a little bit thick. I just don't want those glitters to protrude out, so I just want to make sure they're in and on the nail very well. It's a very thin layer, but enough to, like I said, smooth the surface where those lens flare glitters are. And I'm just, you see what I'm applying, that's Young Nails Protein Bond, I'm sorry. And I like to apply that, especially before I'm applying this, just to ensure we have proper adhesion from the previous layer to the next. That's what Protein Bond does. It just helps things adhere to each other. So just for that assurance, I like to apply the Protein Bond, and this is sped up, but I do let it dry for about 10 seconds. And then I'm applying that layer of, I think it's a rubber top gel. So this nail was a French with just these cherries on it. Super simple. I didn't really show it, but that's all it was. These last nails, like I said, my client pulled these pictures from like multiple sets, and she's like, I want this nail from this set, this nail from this set. Let's do this, but let's add this. So kudos to her. Knowing what she wants in this world, right? Especially like this, I just love it just because she has different nail lengths. She has different themes on each hand, but they tie together, and she knows she wants these colors. And I do have input to help her kind of bring it closer to life and how we can accomplish it. But, shout out to her for that. So this design is really simple. You see is a swirl, and we're taking the darkest color first, just carved out that corner with just a little swirl or curve, little S shape, little edge. What do you call that? Like it's on the tip of my tongue. They have like scissors. I can't. I can't. It's like start with the S. My mind's blank. Anyways, scalloped. Maybe that's, yeah, I think like a scalloped edge, maybe we might say. Maybe not. I don't know. So you see I'm doing all my shades of pink here from my darkest to my brightest that almost looks like white. And I think I mixed this color. This color is the result of white in that previous color. And that color next to the darkest color was a mix of those. You know what I mean? But yeah, so after I finished that little design, I cured in between each color as I move forward. Then I went ahead and top coat with the no wipe top coat that I was liking at the time. And this is the final result. So like I said, go ahead and leave a cherry emoji, a little cloud emoji down below. Let's thumbs up. And yeah, definitely email me if you're interested in classes. And of course, I tell you guys all the time I've been working on stuff and trying to have some cool stuff your way, and something I think you might find a little unique or that you may wouldn't have thought I was working on. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe and, ring the bell so you know when I'm uploading. Bye.